Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Shocking plot twist. Did Luna frame her own mom for murder on the August 16 Bold and the Beautiful? 2 seconds after learning about the negative DNA test, Luna kissed Dollar Bill. Yikes. Well, we would love to discuss New Taylor's arrival in Los Angeles and Finn's insistence to Hope that he would tell Steffi about the kiss. But we can't because the creepy kiss cliffhanger between Bill and Luna instantly became the biggest and most shocking plot twist from the August 16 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Luna, Lisa Yamada, asked Bill, Don Diamond, about the DNA test results. She wanted to know if there was 1 stripe for negative or 2 stripes for positive. Bill wasn't Luna's father after all, innocent enough. Bill couldn't believe that he thought he had finally had a daughter. It was something he probably never knew he wanted, but Poppy, Romy Park, coming into his world changed all of that. Or so he thought. While Poppy met with her sister Lee, Naomi Matsuda, in jail, Bill and Luna processed this loss. Bill had to presume that Tom's star, Clint Howard, was Luna's biological father. He told Luna that he knew Tom would have adored her. On her part, Luna suddenly opened up to Bill about her traumatic childhood. She told Bill how her mom thought she did the right thing, but Luna was the one to suffer. She was isolated with no friends, no stability, no childhood. They were constantly on the move. And that Bill filled this void in her life. She finally knew love, and that was something she never felt before. She claimed the scars of her childhood were always there. Sitting on the couch, Luna told him he gave her the greatest gift, the closest thing I've ever had to a stable life. And she made sure to tell him he was just a man. And then she kissed him. Meanwhile, Bill was speechless for once in his life. He just sat there and didn't know what to say. And when Luna leaned back after the kiss, she had this borderline evil smirk and shady look in her eyes. It made us instantly wonder whether she was the one to frame her mom for the double murder at Il Giardino. She said it herself. She had a traumatic childhood. The scars were still there. Maybe she wanted revenge on her mom this entire time, or maybe she's experiencing some sort of mental health condition. Other soaps have created dead storylines. Maybe this is B&B starting to do one. Whatever is going on with Luna, has this been her plan all along? She would initially act like the oh-so-innocent golden girl everybody loved and adored, but underneath, she hid this complicated, dangerous, and deadly persona. She had easy access to their apartment to plant Tom's backpack. How did she rig the DNA results the first time? Is she in cahoots with Lai? Did Luna actually know everything all along and then kill Tom and Hollis W. Chambers, to set up Poppy? Why were Jack, Ted King, and Justin, Aaron D. Spears at the restaurant on the ill-fated night someone killed Tom? There are so many questions now that this shady kiss has happened. What do you think of this plot twist? Let us know in the comments. It was a rare, quiet evening in Los Angeles. The sun was setting over the city, casting a golden glow on the Forrester mansion. Inside, the atmosphere was far from peaceful. Luna stood in the middle of the room, her heart racing as she replayed the events of the past few days in her mind. The house was filled with an eerie silence, a stark contrast to the chaos that had erupted only hours before. Luna's mother, a woman who had always been her rock, was now the prime suspect in a murder investigation. The evidence against her was damning, but something didn't sit right with Luna. She knew her mother better than anyone, and the idea that she could commit such a heinous crime was unthinkable. Yet the facts were hard to ignore. The police had found the murder weapon in her mother's possession, and there were witnesses who claimed to have seen her at the scene of the crime. Luna had been at the precinct earlier that day, watching in horror as her mother was led away in handcuffs. The look of betrayal in her mother's eyes had been too much to bear, and Luna had fled the station, unable to face the reality of the situation. Now standing alone in the Forrester mansion, Luna felt the weight of the world on her shoulders. She had to do something to clear her mother's name, but the question was, what? The police were convinced they had their killer, and the media was already spinning the story into a sensational headline. As she paced the room, her mind raced with possibilities. There had to be something she was missing, some piece of the puzzle that would prove her mother's innocence. But as she replayed the events over and over, a nagging thought began to creep into her mind. What if her mother wasn't innocent? What if she had been involved in something darker than Luna could have ever imagined? The thought sent a shiver down her spine, and Luna quickly pushed it aside. No, she couldn't allow herself to think that way. Her mother was a good person, and there had to be a logical explanation for everything that had happened. But as the night wore on, Luna found herself unable to shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. *********. 2. The first seeds of doubt *******. Luna's thoughts were interrupted by the sound of the front door opening. She turned to see RJ entering the room, a concerned look on his face. He had been her confidant through all of this, the one person she could trust completely. "Luna, I've been looking for you," RJ said, his voice filled with worry. "Are you okay?" She forced a smile, trying to hide the turmoil raging inside her. "I'm fine, RJ, I just needed some time to think." He walked over to her, his gaze searching hers. "I know this is hard, but we're going to get through it. We'll prove your mom's innocence." Luna nodded, grateful for his support, but deep down, the seeds of doubt were beginning to take root. She couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this story than met that eye. As RJ pulled her into a comforting embrace, Luna's mind wandered back to the night of the murder. Her mother had been acting strangely for weeks, ever since that argument with Poppy. Luna had dismissed it at the time, chalking it up to stress, but now she wondered if there had been something more to it. The image of her mother, usually so composed and in control, had been replaced by a woman on the edge, constantly looking over her shoulder as if she were being followed. Luna had asked her about it several times, but her mother had brushed off her concerns, insisting that everything was fine. But everything was not fine. Her mother had been hiding something, and Luna was determined to find out what it was. She pulled away from RJ and looked him in the eyes. "There's something I need to tell you." RJ nodded, his expression serious. "I'm listening." Luna took a deep breath, trying to steady her nerves. "I think my mom was involved in something before the murder. She was acting strange, paranoid even. I didn't think much of it at the time, but now—" RJ frowned. "What are you saying, Luna? You don't think she actually did it, do you?" Luna shook her head quickly. "No, of course not. But what if someone was blackmailing her, or threatening her? Maybe she was forced into doing something she didn't want to do." RJ considered this, his brow furrowed. "It's possible. But we need to find proof if we're going to clear her name. Do you have any idea where we could start?" Luna hesitated. There was one place she hadn't checked yet, one place that might hold the answers they were looking for. "My mom's apartment. There might be something there, something she was hiding." RJ nodded. "Let's go. The sooner we find out the truth, the better." ***3. A shocking discovery ****. Luna and RJ arrived at the apartment a short while later, the tension between them palpable. Luna had always felt a sense of comfort in her mother's home, but now the place felt different, ominous, even.